unity. To an extent, we all want it, but it's not the easiest thing to achieve. It's easy to become divided, and there are countless ways to do it. I created this video with the sole purpose of uniting us. Recently, I created a survey to get people's thoughts on 3 important questions. First, what are 1 to 3 values that you think Americans should be able to agree on? Second, apart from COVID, what would you say are the biggest issues facing us today? Finally, what do you recommend to improve the US? So I'm going to read the responses. I'm not going to answer them necessarily. I just want to get this all out there. So, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and in general caring about the well-being of your fellow citizens. Everyone deserves to be treated equally. Education is important and needs more funding. Children should not need to be afraid of school shootings, aka tighter gun laws. Amendment 1, Amendment 2, all men are created equal. Kindness, honesty, and open-mindedness. Good stuff here. Liberty e pluribus unum. I believe that of many one, or together one. In God we trust. Love, compassion, and then freedom, equality, and gratitude. Okay, that was the first question. So here are the results of the second question. I'm not going to read all these. As you can see, it's pretty spread out. Down at the bottom, those were others, where people filled in their own answers. One person said global warming is the biggest issue, and another person said lack of separation of church and state, lots of religious overreach into laws. Okay, this is the last section, then I'll explain why I created this survey. So preach everything starts with the home, stop relying on sensationalism and debt, and start relying on family values. Just stop thinking of socialism as evil. Evil people have used socialism to do evil things, but a mixed socialist capitalist democracy has proven to be effective in a number of countries that exist today. Also, Venezuela was fine until they threatened the US oil profits. Again, I'm just reading these, not really going to respond to them. Just putting everything out here. People need to get their news from more than one place and from more than one point of view. Ah, yes. I created a video on that. We need to stop electing old white career politicians that are out of touch with reality, and we need to take notes from the rest of the world to improve ourselves and admit that we are not perfect. And then there are a couple more. The chosen Republican representatives leaders have done a great disservice for our country. They have put party loyalty before the lives of the people, clean the House and Senate out, and vote for new representatives. 1. Individual people live in the gospel of Jesus Christ. 2. Return to America's founding principles of limited government. 3. Decentralized education. You put his name down, Nathan. And finally, politics is downstream from culture. Without a compass for our culture, our political system will fracture and fall to chaos as well. Alright, there was some great stuff there. Okay, so what's the point? What do we do as a society, as a country, with all these different viewpoints and opinions? Well, do you remember the drawing that I shared at the start of the video? What comes to mind when you see this image? What do you notice? What do you think of? I notice people of different backgrounds. Some people are wearing masks, some people are not. Another thing I noticed is that they are all united. If you think about all the survey responses in there as a sign, how can we respect what people have to say without feeling the need to tear everyone apart? You know, it was not easy at all for the founding fathers. They had to put in a lot of work. Specifically, a lot of negotiation to come to agreement to get things to work for this country. My concern today is that people don't even want to discuss things with people they disagree with. It's almost like it's the 1860s where people are like, nope, I'm just going to take what I have and I'm going to split off from you. Not even going to deal with you. Because we can't come to an agreement. Not worth it. Is it? We're going to be very sorry if we can't figure this out. Now, I haven't given my answers to the survey questions. I'm not going to answer number 2. So to answer the first question on the values, I think e pluribus unum, I think I said it wrong earlier. Somebody had this as their answer. Out of many, one is the correct interpretation of that. 2, forgiveness. And 3, law, justice. Applying the law fairly to everyone, regardless of who they are. And then this is my answer to that third question, what we should do. If we don't do better to serve and care for our families, I think we're done. No questions asked. So no, we don't have to agree with everything. Is this too hard though? To care for our families?